This section has been the subject matter of interpretation in the various High Court of India, but every case has to be decided on its own facts. The first part of the section means that the offence committed in prosecution of the common object must be one which is committed with a view to accomplish the common object. It is not necessary that there should be a preconcert in the sense of a meeting of the members of the unlawful assembly as to the common object. It is enough if it is adopted by all the members and is shared by all of them. In order that the case may fall under the first part of the offence committed, must be connected immediately with the common object of the unlawful assembly of which the accused were members, even if the offence committed is not in direct prosecution of the common object of the assembly. It may yet fall under section 149 if it can be held that the offence was such as the members knew was likely to be committed. The expression "no" does not mean a mere possibility such as might or might not happen. For instance, it is a matter of common knowledge that when in a village a body of heavily armed men set out to take a woman by force, someone is likely to be killed, and all the members of the unlawful assembly must be aware of that likelihood and would be guilty under the second part of section 149. Similarly, if a body of persons go armed to take forcible possession of the land, it would be equally right to say that they have the knowledge that murder is likely to be committed if the circumstances as to the weapons carried and other conduct of the members of the unlawful assembly clearly point to such knowledge on the part of them all. In Shambhunath Singh and others versus State of Bihar AIR 1960 SC 725, this court held that members of an unlawful assembly may have a community of object up to a certain point beyond which they may differ in their objects, and the knowledge possessed by each member of what is likely to be committed in prosecution of their common object may vary not only according to the information at his command but also according to the extent to which he shares the community of object. As a consequence, the effect of section 149 of the Indian Penal Code may be different on different members of the same unlawful assembly. Decisions of this court, Gangadhar, Bahera and others versus State of Odisha, JT 2002 8 SC 135 2002 8 SC 381 and Bishna Elias Mahato and others versus State of West Bengal, JT 2005 9 SC 290 2005 12 SCC 657 similarly explain and reiterate the legal position on the subject. In the case at hand, there is, in our opinion, no evidence to show that the appellant knew that in prosecution of the common object of preventing the putting up of the fence around the chapel, the members of the assembly or any one of them was likely to commit the murder of the deceased. There is indeed no evidence to even show that the appellant knew that Anthony D'Souza was carrying a knife with him which he could use. The evidence on the contrary is that after stabbing the deceased, Anthony D'Souza had put the knife back in the cover from where he had drawn it. The conduct of the members of the assembly, especially the appellant, also does not suggest that they intended to go beyond preventing the laying of the fence, leave alone committing a heinous offense of murder of a person who had fallen to the ground with a simple blow and who was being escorted away from the spot by his companions. We have therefore no hesitation in holding that the courts below fell in error in convicting the appellant for murder with the aid of section 149 of the IPC. Over.